Building the civil rights site is another exclamation point on the history, the modern day history of Anniston, Alabama.
A former freedom rider talks about efforts to give official designation to Anniston for the events that put the city in the center of the civil rights movement. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Carl Brady. U.S. Secretary of Interior Sally Jewell and Director of National Park Services Jonathan Jarvis toured Anniston today. Their visit will help determine whether to add 2 sites in the city to the National Parks list. The officials toured the Greyhound bus station on Gurney Avenue and the site off Highway 202 where protesters firebombed a bus carrying a group of men and women challenging segregation on public buses. Hank Thomas was among those freedom riders that day back in 1961, and he says he wants his actions to make a difference.
Lives were lost. We wanted the National Historical Site to be a consecrated site where freedom riders gave so much. And especially on my part, in mine and Charles' person, where not only were we freedom riders, we were Buffalo soldiers. That is, we put on the uniform, we defended the flag, and we left blood on the battlefield in defense of this country.
Now, after the tour today, members of the community were invited to meet with local and federal officials to talk about the significance of the iconic sites. Freedom Riders Park Committee Chairman Pete Conroy says the work is just getting started and there's still a long way to go.
The fact that the Secretary and the Director came means that we're about at the 1-yard line. This is still the decision that would be made by the President of the United States, but after testimony like this, and after the impact left with the Secretary and the Director, I'm feeling very optimistic.
Federal officials also visited Birmingham today, and it's a move that many think signifies that President Obama is ready to designate these Alabama sites as national parks before he leaves office. There's no word on when that decision may be announced, though.